Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Robb Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show for a Tuesday. It's Rob and Mike again as Oscar continues his South American odyssey. I was just trying to get an update on where he is or when he's arriving, and no one knows.
He's been vague about the whole trip. You realize this.
Well, you have his wife there, and you said he talks to her every day.
Yes.
So you had that information. Did she say that he speaks to her every day?
She said that she has spoken to him every day.
How much is it her and him being vague, and how much is it you don't really give a shit?
Now, first of all, you can't say that word, Mike.
Oh, sorry about that. You don't give a rat's butt as to... I mean, has it been pleasant for you without him there?
Well, no, I mean, it's fine. I look forward to having him back tomorrow.
It's fine.
It's fine.
What does fine mean?
Fine is, it's different. Mike, I like to say that the atmosphere at Podville Media
Mac,
is like a souffle.
let me go to you, because Rob won't answer. Give me a straight answer, so I'm kind of curious. And can you tell I was just trying to find out where Oscar is or what's going on, and I'm really not satisfied with any of the answers I got? Can you tell that that's the case? How is life for you without your boss there?
Mac, are you there?
Hello?
Did Mac step out?
Did he leave the studio?
He might have for a second.
You know, I can always tell the way the day starts.
No, you can't.
When I'm sitting here and I'm going to you, Robb Spiewak, I am looking at the camera and I'm going, hello?
Now, you have to admit that before that, you weren't saying anything.
No, I was, before I connected with the video, I was talking. I was going, hello?
And then after that, you sat there.
There.
Sometimes you just sit still.
But you are going, and I'm going like this. I'm going like this, just trying to find out. All I want to know is there was a trip to Medellin.
Right.
He was coming back on Tuesday.
Right, for an
That's
episode
what we
tomorrow.
were told.
Yes.
And you said, he's coming back tomorrow, but that's all you know.
I know he will be back in studio with us tomorrow because that's what he confirmed.
How do you know that?
Well, I mean, I haven't checked the airport.
No, you don't know the schedule.
I don't.
You think he's coming back tonight.
Right.
You don't know whether he's coming back in the daytime or the evening, and neither do I. And so the difference between you and me is you have his wife there. So that's why I'm curious as to what time he is arriving.
I could ask her
right now. Just a tiny detail that, yes, do I obsess about these details a little bit? Yes. Have I not been able to reach him, and did he not speak on this show? Yes. Is there a part of me that is just curious? Yes.
Like
is there
Larry.
a part of you that is curious? No.
Mike,
you don't have any concern over it.
My concern
I have a lot
is
of
this.
Concern.
My concern is this: that he
I don't
said
care
he'll be
what
back.
Your concern is.
All right.
I have more concern than you. Let's
it's not
establish
okay. First of all,
that
it's
fact.
Not a contest, but yes,
it is a contest because I've forever wanted you to care more, and it'll never be satisfying to me. But that's okay. I just want to find out when his plane arrives, because when you go to a drug cartel city, you wonder if anything weird has happened. Now, the one thing you said that's true is that he has been a little bit hinky about this trip.
Right.
Would that be accurate?
I would say not
so
hinky.
So is Mac back
as
in the
vague.
Studio yet?
I don't. Mac, are you in the studio?
What
here.
is Rob?
Yes, I'm
What's
here.
going on? Mac, where did you go at the beginning of the show?
We have another broadcast going on that I'm kind of split between.
Oh.
He told me he might step out for a minute. I didn't think it would be at the exact top of the show.
I didn't either, but Shannon came in asking for me.
Yeah.
What's Shannon doing right now?
In charge of that other broadcast.
Okay. What's the broadcast, can we say?
It's
Dominique.
ESPN. Yeah, Dominique.
Oh. Stop the world!
Oh, stop it, you.
Just curious, but I'm not going to be satisfied, so let's move on.
All right.
Because I am just never going to be satisfied with my lot in life and this show, because no one cares, except maybe I don't either. But anyway, we really don't know.
I know
if he's
that Oscar
alive
will
or
be
dead.
here tomorrow.
No, you don't. You don't. Though.
Well, you don't know that I'll be here. I mean, if it's a matter of being dead or alive, you don't know if I'll be here.
But I don't. Wouldn't you be? Wouldn't you? No, you wouldn't.
What?
Wouldn't you like to get an update?
I'm texting Shannon right now to find out when does Oscar get back into the States? And then we'll have an answer.
Do you think she's going to be? Well, and I also haven't heard from him.
Right.
Usually especially when he is on the road, you get updates.
Mm-hmm.
So when things go a little awry,
yes,
I just get curious. I can't help myself.
I understand.
I obsess over things like that.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is.
Well, it's, the one thing that I found the most sus, as the kids say, is when she had him on the phone on the bonus show on Friday. Literally had him on the phone. We could hear him in the background going, bah, 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 but he wouldn't come on the air with us.
Well, I call him right.
You call him right now? I don't know that it'll ring because of the international call.
Really? Because phones don't work overseas?
Well, it depends on the plan you have. It depends on the plan he has. But you could try, certainly. When he said he was going to call us, he said,
could I?
Wow.
Wow, Rob's a victim. Rob's a victim. Wow, Rob's a victim, everybody. Start the emails right now. Hold on a second.
What does the matter with you?
You? I just wanted to find out what's going on. And I sometimes I don't. I'd love to get somebody that knows what's going on. That's all.
I think sometimes when he calls, he uses WhatsApp, which is a different kind of phone service that his father uses because it's free. But I think that means it's a different phone number or a different way to link up. We've occasionally used it. I don't particularly like WhatsApp.
Have you spoken to him on it on this trip?
No. But I have spoken to people internationally on WhatsApp in the past. The one, you know what? I did get one contact with him was an email that I replied to. And that was regarding something financial. And he didn't read my email anyway. We discussed that on Friday.
Oh, the Apple.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the matter now?
Nothing. It's fine. Nothing's always.
Mac, will you hop out there and ask Shannon when Oscar's plane is coming in today?
Okay.
Thank you.
That's what I would have. But that's all right. And then Mac was gone. So I'm just, just wondering. Because, look, you don't realize that the way I think is in terms of it's been, I don't even know what word I would use to describe it. It's been a little odd, the justification for the trip.
Yeah.
It's a friend of his brother's, and I get it. Maybe does he not want to use the word vacation, that he's down there having a great time? Or do you think that's what it might, now that I'm talking about it out loud, do you think that's what it might be?
No, I mean, he's vacationed before.
No. Do you think that he might not want us to know that he's down there
having a great time?
Yes.
Could be. But normally when we come back, we don't shield that from each other, do we? I'm trying to put myself in his position. Like, when you come back from a vacation, or if I come back from a vacation, how was it? Overall, it was great. There'll probably
you don't hear really about anything that's great. You usually hear about stuff that's
goes
problematic,
wrong. Right? But don't you normally lead with
among
it
us,
was good?
Among us, it's just the location and where it's been.
It's a mysterious location.
Is a mysterious location with mysterious motives for the travel.
I wouldn't say
even to his own bride, I think, to a degree.
I didn't know. I don't think it's mysterious.
Why are you laughing? I think that's legit.
But I don't find the motivation mysterious, because what happens is his brother is.
You're the one that said sus.
I said one thing.
Is there a difference between sus and mysterious?
What I find.
I'm asking you a question. You're the one that
suspect.
Said,
I think it's short for suspicious or
a little suspect.
Yeah.
Those were your words. They weren't mine.
What I think is very normal, though, and not sus, is the fact that his brother, who is a high-paid medical professional, runs with a high-paid crowd, gets invited to go on this vacation, and he wants his brother to come along. He's very close. They're very close, right? Oscar and his brother. And so you want to have like a buddy on the trip. And it's a nice nod to Oscar. So, I mean, it sort of makes sense that they would go along to each other.
Okay. So it's not suspect in your mind then?
No, but he has done things on the trip that were sus, like not coming on the air with us when he was on the phone with Shannon.
That was different. Also, the times we asked about it, because when the first time you heard Medellin, it was just kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well, the destination is certainly unusual. It's not one you would, if I were to list 25 places that I would go, I don't think that would crack the top 25. Unless someone sold it on me,
Transylvania, Medellin, Sierra Leone.
All of the hot spots.
I'm not sure. It would be Bangladesh.
Yeah.
There would be, it would be interesting.
I would go back to Bangladesh. I would return to Bangladesh. I had such a nice time there.
Okay. All right.
But also,
we'll move on.
I think you're worried, and you needn't be worried.
I worry, Rob.
I know. But don't worry on this.
No, I mean, it's just a question of, usually I like communication.
Right.
And that's all I ask. And I just want to make sure everything's A-okay,
If you were on vacation, would you reach out to us?
No.
See?
But I wasn't on vacation in Medellin. And you're talking so completely out of both sides of your mouth on this. You're the one that said sus, and then you said it's not sus, and then you said it's sus again, and then you said, I just think it's kind of weird that we haven't, gotten, is it a vacation?
Well, yeah, isn't it? That's how he that's how he painted it.
This is what my conversations are like with you. I don't know if it is. I was never told it was a vacation. I was told it was a trip with his brother to meet his brother's friend. That's what I was told.
Okay. I assumed it was a vacation. The way, especially, now here is something that is maybe not sus, but something that should be brought to the table. Oscar never painted Medellin as the Las Vegas of South America. It was you who brought that up.
I read an article that it was kind of a party town.
And you know what? You would think Oscar's
a party town with different kind of rules. That's the article that I read. I found that. And that's before he left.
Right.
And all that.
But what I'm saying is that
let's give an example of when he goes to California.
Okay.
That is at least for me, that is a virtual river of communication.
Okay.
That comes out. Is it the same for you? Same for you?
Well, no. I mean, he will text me and he will
when
email.
You go, this is what Oscar talks about with you. When you go into a defensive crouch, you're very hard to talk. I'm not attacking you.
I understand that.
I know you want to be a victim, but I am not attacking you.
I don't want to be a victim, and I don't feel that
I'm just asking a question. I mean, I get a lot of communication from him wherever else he goes. I don't want to make more of a deal of this than it is. And obviously, the only reason it's becoming kind of a deal is that it's just hard when he's not around for me to get answers about anything.
Okay.
Because the people don't communicate with me. And I just need to know if the business is on track, if everything's, I know we're coming in and doing shows.
Right.
But usually on the front end and the back end, there's more communication.
I understand.
And there hasn't been, and that's why when I ask anybody around without him, I don't get anything from anybody. Because nobody knows. Because nobody cares. Yeah, I'm not in a bad way, but maybe in a bad way. But nobody. Do you understand where I'm coming from a little bit?
I do, 100%.
Do you understand that? Why? What's when Tom Hanks is in A League of Their Own,
right?
And he's frustrated because she's not hitting the cutoff person.
Mm-hmm.
Did I not text you with a nice text last night about the job you were doing while he was gone?
Yeah,
that was nice.
It was lovely.
All I'm doing is right now. I'm doing victim spinning. Because I will be attacked by somebody about this exchange.
No one needs attacking you. No one needs to.
Well, then you have to do a better job of communicating with me. Because you sit there like a victim and I get attacked. It's frustrating for me.
I understand that. There's no need for you to be attacked.
My frustration is no one knows within this circle. It's not really a circle. It's one person. It's you. And you don't know what's going on. nor do you make any effort to know what's going on, because if you would be concerned if he wasn't here tomorrow.
Of course.
That would be it. But prior to that, when he lands, when he arrives, I, on the other hand, like to know, okay, he said he was coming in, because also with international travel, especially after I was talking to a buddy of mine,
right?
Especially in an area like that, things can go a little sideways. Now,
Certainly.
you said you reached out and texted Shannon, and you have not heard back.
No. Were you able to get an answer?
Are
back?
you in the same building?
Yes.
Go find her and ask her.
I did. She's busy. They are in the middle.
No. I want to know what's going on.
I want to know what's going on. In the middle of another broadcast. And I went to ask her, and she said
she could come. What?
I asked her, and she said, no, not now. I'm in the middle of something.
Well,
I couldn't even get the question out before she said, like, so, I mean, they're busy.
Very easy question, though.
RESPECT.
So she couldn't even get the question out, Mac?
I couldn't get the question out.
Okay.
I asked her, do you know? And she said, not now.
Oh, okay.
So it could have been any question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you identify yourself as the, what is his title for our show?
Associate producer?
The associate producer of the Mike O'Mara Show, or did you just go and said, I want to know, and she was doing something?
She was literally in the middle of, like, framing out a camera and running back and forth.
All right. And my little paltry concerns aren't relevant. I understand where I am. I understand where I am on the pecking order. I do. I understand when someone doesn't come on a show either. It's like, who cares? Right? I mean, let's be honest, right? Do you feel that a little bit, Rob? Maybe a little
when
bit?
Oscar didn't come on, yeah.
Like, we just don't matter, but that's okay. We have to move on, hold down the fort, and do the best job we can. I don't feel like talking right now.
You don't at all?
It was just a bad time. I mean, I walked up to her in the middle of something.
Okay. Oh, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Do you have? Is your cramping better today?
Thank you for asking, Mike. Yes, it is.
There's such joy in his voice.
Did you hydrate a little better?
I did. Took some liquid IVs. It's good throughout the whole day.
Okay. All right.
That's good anyway, yeah.
Before we move on, just so we can, it doesn't button up. The door is still
right.
There's
wide
no closure.
Open, yeah.
Have you heard anything about anything that you want to share before we move on, or is everything hunky-dory as far as you're concerned?
Are you talking about me?
What else would you be talking to?
I thought you might have been talking about...
No, as far as everything at Podville and...
Yeah, everything's been hitting on all eights. This show's been great. Even with Oscar out, all the shows have been great. I have not had any issues at all.
And no contact?
No, but
with the chief executive officer of Podville Media and the co-host of the Mike O'Mara Show?
That is correct. But
no word from him?
It's that, I mean, he reaches out to me if he needs me. Okay. I don't often reach out to him.
Okay. All right. That's it. And didn't overhear?
No.
Like water
didn't
cooler
overhear
talk?
anything?
I did not. Because Shannon wasn't even here at all yesterday. So.
What I may be battling with right now is the feeling of my own paranoia. Just the walls are closing in on me right now with my own paranoia of feeling undervalued. But I understand that. When there is no value, there is undervaluing. That's the way I'm feeling.
Well, I
right
don't
now.
think you're undervalued.
Well, I think you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
I think you're very wrong about that. Just the basic facts, Rob. You know the basic facts, so they're right there for everybody to see. So anyway, I guess we'll find out more tomorrow. I just would have thought, oh well, we got an update, because usually you do. That means he's coming in at and this is it, and there's really there's nothing. Almost as though, and I have to move on. Mike, you have to move on. Yes, I know I do, but everyone's inky in my mind now. Usually there's, he's so-and-so's coming in this afternoon, tonight, and there's just nothing. There's so little communication. It's very, very, very sad. And this is when being down here is tough.
Well, I understand that. Being apart, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because, there's not, I keep my ears open. There's not a lot of chatter around the office to be heard about what's going on.
I don't know, because I've never been, part of that world up there.
Right.
I really haven't. I don't know what's going on. What about the other head honcho, CB?
Mr. Bernie?
Yeah, what's going on with him?
I saw him this morning, and I saw he went out for an appointment, and then he came back in at about 2 because he had another appointment. But
it's like having the GM at a radio station. You don't linger really unless it's something that's necessary.
We don't make. There was no time for small talk today.
Okay. All right.
But
fine.
Don't let your paranoia ruin the day. I don't think there's anything.
It's not ruining the day. I've had a good day. I've had a good time. Well, not exactly. Stuff I can't talk about that I can't share. But it's okay. I'll get through it. It's just communication has been job one. It's been a little sus around here too. Having nothing to do with my son, my wife, or me. Just others have been. It's been difficult. Been a difficult time, and so I get communication. I feel as though sometimes that I probably require more than the average bear, and when I don't get it, I get off the tracks, off the rails.
And especially, I would think,
as you probably can't tell by listening to this show right now. Listen, I let my idiosyncrasies and my hang-ups out there for everybody to see. That's why I do this on the air, and I didn't feel like doing it off the air.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's me, and it's probably fine, and everything's probably A-okay.
But especially if you're dealing with issues aside from the show, it probably compounds.
Yeah, a little bit, wee bit, but everybody deals with that right now. Everybody, you brought into the show today why people are exhausted. You read an article about that. What is the... Oh, don't read it. Read it. Just summarize it. Don't read the words.
There are
just summarize. Don't do it off the page. Just tell me why you're reading that people are exhausted.
There's just so much going on now, and people are keeping too busy. They're taking too much time between meals. They've got overwhelming pressure as we're changing back out of the sort of the pandemic mindset, not getting enough sleep. There's just a lot of pressures going on. And so even when you wake up, you should be refreshed. You're already exhausted.
I have found myself tired, but I've got a very easy schedule compared to the normal 9-to-5er, and I think that's great. But just the idea, even with my son, with the full school thing, then he has piano lessons, then he has Spanish
very
3 to
full
4
schedule,
days a week, and then he's got 2 to 3 days a week. Well, he's got 3 days a week of football practice followed by a Saturday game. So that's 4 days a week. That's a time commitment. My wife has a flexible schedule, but she has to be on call every week of the day, and she's running around getting him. Then he stays out of school yesterday and gets sick. Second time in a week he's gotten physically ill, and we don't know what's going on. And I've taken him to the doctor's office, and the doctor said, well, maybe you should go see the allergist, but let's wait a while. Well, he has been having this bronchial thing for the entire summer. And throw in the fact, as I wrote down on our show for today, that it was Florida's hottest summer on record. And, I know the reason people are exhausted down here. It's very, very hot.
Yeah.
That might be some of the reason.
There's no escaping. Another reason they say about it is that a good sort of parallel, but actually tangible proof. If you go to the average person and look at their desktop computer, their laptop, if you have too many tabs open, like let's say you open Chrome and you've got all your tabs of all the things, that means nothing is getting done. And you're going to see those tabs, and they're going to drive you crazy.
I have
it's mentally exhausting.
I have a particular tab that I have to hide from my wife, and it's not porn.
Okay.
I know that's what everybody's thinking, but I really do. And unfortunately,
is it the fishing, the bikini fishing girls?
No, it's not bikini fishing. I don't. It seems to me that when you surf, like specifically on YouTube, and you go to bikini fishing maybe 3 days in a row, or you do it every 2 weeks in a row or 3 weeks in a row, it'll be oh, we know you like that. Here's more for you. So you'll click on it. I haven't done the bikini fishing because it's just it lost me. I tired of it quickly.
I understand.
The thing that I have been watching, and Carla believes this is a gateway drug, and I think she's absolutely right.
Oh no,
is the Akafuji slot lady, and yes, I'll give her a promo because she's the lady.
You've been with her for a while, haven't you?
She's my go-to. Don't know her, couldn't pick her out of a lineup, never seen her.
Right.
She's never seen, but the Akafuji slot lady was doing $200 a pull, and I was absolutely riveted. And then she scored big.
And there's no way they can fake that.
$20,000 hit. What?
There's no way they can fake that. This is real gambling and real
It's
casinos.
interesting you say that because I think that there are people that can try. As a matter of fact, gambling videos online,
yes,
they are fabricated. You have people that will fabricate them and make it look like they're in a casino. And I've watched a lot of them, so I can speak to this with great authority. Once again, not proud. Carla doesn't like me watching them because she says it goes from watching the videos to wanting to go and do it myself, and she's absolutely right.
When they fake it, does it look like the casino in Ozark?
No. When they fake it, you just see, because the videos are, most of the videos are just a tight shot on the machine.
Okay.
And then you hear
ambient noise, I'm sure.
Sometimes you've got a talking head where the guy wants to talk or the lady wants to talk about what they're doing. There's a particular one that I talked about on the show where a guy will go in and ask somebody if he can help them gamble, and
that should be your job.
There's just a lot of weird stuff out there.
Could you go to the bad place down there and say, "Hi, I'm Radio's Mike O'Mara. I'd like to help you gamble"?
No, because the guy's track record. Now he only puts up the winning videos, so that's why he's got all the hits.
Of course, that's another thing. Yeah,
but
like
he's got a slug
reality
line.
TV.
I will not promote him. Him.
Does he have a slug line though?
Yeah, he does.
What is it?
I'm not telling you because it's just what he would want. In fact, I'm having trouble remembering it, and even if I remembered it, I wouldn't share it because I think he's a bad dude. I think he's hinky. I think he's as hinky as a CEO in Medellin. I really do. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But the Akafuji lady, it shows me the pure obsessive compulsive joy.
Does she show her
that
face
activity.
at all?
Never. Never. She's referenced it a couple of times. She communicates in Japanese and English, and she has referenced the fact that I am not pretty. I am not. I will not put my face on something. I'm just telling you what I see. I'm just telling you what the truth is.
Mike,
and she'll
you
put it
watch
up
the best YouTube stuff.
I do, but Carla is so correct with this, saying don't watch those.
Have you tried to look in the reflection of the machine to see if you can see your face?
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? You know the other. It's true. I do. And the effect of that lady. The thing that happens when you're watching her, it's such a tight shot that when you're looking, and I'm on my little computer, this one right here,
14
and
inch,
when the shadows of people walking in back of the slot machine come on, I swear to God, I'm so preoccupied with it. A person will walk by and I'll go like this. It's really true. And I know that if I don't break the habit of doing this, it's going to motivate me to want to do that thing, and I can't do that thing.
I know you
just
can't.
can't.
I know you can't.
I cannot. It's bad.
But Mike,
on
I think
every possible level.
Maybe what we should do is start every show by saying, "Today we're not going to show our faces because we're not pretty."
Well, it's engaging to watch just the machine. Does
she play the same kind of machine all the time? And is it like
wildly different machines?
Does she ever play
like
a 3-spinner machine, or does she play like Buffalo?
She plays everything.
Okay.
And she goes from machine to machine. And she goes from wildly large bets to penny slots. She goes everywhere.
Wow.
And I watch the ones where, I believe the people that are putting up the most dinero get my attention. And so when she was doing $200 a pull, and it makes you realize that when you're watching this, in a way, it's an advertisement against gambling. Yeah. Because she has, I don't know whether she's part of the, of a family fortune or where she gets her deep pockets, but it ain't solely from gambling, because she will show Hazure also, which is loss.
Oh,
Hazure.
so now
Yeah.
you're learning
Mac,
Japanese.
are you familiar with that word?
I am not. I've not heard that word before.
Hazure. You might want to look it up because you're the Japanese expert. But when she will lose like $1,000 and she's done, she will write on her screen Hazure. And it's very well produced and it's very well edited, but there's just no talking heads.
Yeah.
And I love it because it gets right. It gets right to the casino action.
Mike,
That's what it is.
I actually
So
just got
I think that's messed my world up a little bit.
probably has. I understand in Medellin they also offer $200 a pull.
Yes, but it's a different type of pull.
Yes, it is.
For that.
And
Now, you
there's
said
some
you-
push.
Yeah. Now you said you just got something.
I was
What,
going to say, I was
what-
trying to craft the joke as
Oh,
I
okay,
just got
so-
it, but no, I just went
All right.
straight for the meat.
See, I immediately thought I just got a text from
Yes.
Shannon,
Yeah,
and that didn't happen.
nothing yet.
No, she's busy. She's doing the Fox show, and
Right.
I'm fine with that. That's cool. So I get it that happens. I, by and large, don't care for people taking too long to set up videos.
You want to
if
get
I'm-
right to the action.
Yeah, like for example, if you're trying to figure out how to do a household task,
Oh, the worst.
then I want just get right to it. Show me how to do it.
You don't
Show
want a
me,
bio.
Show me. I don't want the bio, and I don't want a dumb, like overly simplified explanation of what the problem is. That isn't fun either,
Mhm.
and I don't want to deal with that. So who knows? It's just it's my deep dive, but I don't do the bikini slots. And
Oh, bikini slots is a thing?
no, bikini fishing. I don't do
Hey,
that.
how about bikini slots?
Bikini slots they'd probably kick you out. They'd probably kick you out. There was a
probably.
great video last night. Probably wasn't on YouTube. It was one of my news channels that I
Yeah.
watch of a woman in a casino at a blackjack table, drunk and disorderly. So I
Okay.
watch a lot of POV cop videos as well. Don't know why I watch that, but if you had a psychoanalyst or a psychiatrist analyze my feed, you might know why I get so weird on this show sometimes, because I think that there is a very low level of mental illness that is involved with that. It's just not quite right.
Mike,
what watch.
I would allow me to suggest this.
Yes,
Almost anyone's YouTube feed would say the same.
that there's just oddball
There's just
crap.
something about each person that's a little off. I
Mhm.
could watch a million videos of cats being frightened. I mean, there's
Okay.
no
Now
end
I've
to it.
dabbled. I've dabbled.
Yeah,
I
have you seen where they
understand
put a cucumber by it?
No,
That's
but I've
a
dabbled in it.
cucumber scares a cat every time.
Like just a cucumber, putting
Yeah,
it down.
and they turn around, they see it, and they jump up and they make that horseshoe shape.
Okay.
I never tire of that.
But that to me is much more normal than watching a lady for an hour play slot machines. I think that's kind of
You
broken.
know what? To you, though,
know?
that's kind of like white noise.
It's kind of meditation.
Yeah,
It is. It's kind
and
of like
that's you're the
self-hypnosis.
same way when you would play the slots
Mhm.
at a penny machine. I mean, and people should know a penny machine doesn't cost a penny.
I have a question about Facebook Shorts when they're on there.
I'm wearing
So-
mine right now.
Thank you. When we have the Facebook Shorts and people will put a video of making something and then it will cut off
Yeah.
and they'll put something down there. I have never been successfully able to link to either part 2 or yet, and I go all over the videos to do that if I want to see resolution on something.
First, you
Are
mustn't
they-
do that because they're just baiting and getting you into it. So
they're-
you got to
yeah.
stay away from it.
Mac, do you look at shorts and then want to conclude the process when you're looking at a
Sometimes,
short?
mostly from TikTok, but you have to like go into the user's channel,
Yeah.
find the video that you just viewed. It'll typically be selected. But if I have to scroll like more than twice to find
Yeah.
it, I'm like, screw it, on to the next one.
And you get to a point where, and I'm
Are
relatively
they made to be difficult, do you think?
Not necessarily. It's just sometimes they feed you older videos, so you have to go really far back to find part 2.
And doesn't it benefit the TikToker, the influencer, to have more time spent searching their videos?
I wouldn't say searching, but definitely viewing.
Yeah. So if
Yeah.
you're looking for that stuff, I'm a relatively new to TikTok person,
Mm-hmm.
but I've gotten to a point where I can recognize if something is not going to come to a resolution, and I bail on it. You just have
Yeah,
to. You just
I
have
do
to
too.
do that
I do too. It's
because
the
a lot of times
desire
you'll go through like 6 minutes, and then it'll say
It's a
part
horrible
2.
thing.
It's
a
the
horrible
worst.
thing.
Yeah.
You know? And before we go to break, because we're running out of time for the opening segment here, but I wanted to ask both of you. Another thing that's difficult for me is I source the roundtable and content for this show with a variety of platforms.
Everywhere, yeah.
Newspapers, websites, video sites. And the thing that I have the most trouble with is if I go to a site that I haven't been on before for a particular news story, and they say, disable your ad blocker. And then I go up to look at my ad blocker, and my ad blocker is already disabled. And have you ever had that situation where it says, disable your, do you use an, well, yeah. Everybody, I think, uses an ad blocker.
You probably have multiple ad blockers running.
Yeah, but wouldn't they be there? Wouldn't I see them if they were there on the toolbar?
Maybe.
If they were running? I would think so. Anyway, it's maddening. It really is.
And if your ad blocker is disabled, are you getting preferred parking?
That's very funny, but it's not helpful. Mac, can you help me with this at all?
Yeah, it's definitely, you have multiple ones, and there can be a long extension list that doesn't show up on your taskbar.
Okay.
So you would have to go through it and find which other one is probably blocking the ads.
Okay, all right.
Is that something you could talk him through, Mac?
Yeah.
I can do it myself, probably. I could probably get it, open it up and be able to do that. Would that require a call after the show?
Or before.
No. That's okay.
How about during?
During would be. It would be boring for the listener, but it would be preferable.
Mike, it would probably be educational. How many people have had trouble dealing with the taskbar?
I understand. Everything's going to be just fine. So
good.
What I want to do is I want to continue to look at my slot machine lady.
Yes.
And
what's her name again?
Well, it's Akafuji.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a name. I don't know why it's called Akafuji Slots. Perhaps it's a last name, but I don't know.
Okay.
And I will continue to do that, but I'm going to have to do it clandestinely because and rightly so. My wife considers it a gateway video. They are gateway videos for harder drugs.
I think you're fine. I think you're fine.
I'm telling you, I know she's right because when I watch enough of them, it gets to a point where it's not enough. And that car mysteriously points its way to a bad place.
Were I married to you, first of all, God, wouldn't that be great?
You'd be lucky.
I would be lucky, Mr. Lucky.
You'd be lucky, but we don't have a basement that you can hide in here. So I'm not sure it would work.
Do you have a crawl space?
Yeah, technically you could go up in that place above the garage.
That'd be great. It'd be fine.
You could live up there, it'd be warm, but you
well, I like the heat, but Mike,
it would be okay.
If we were married and I had the option.
Aren't we really, though, after all these years?
This is true. This is true.
I mean, don't you get a little like in the pit of your stomach when I come in like I did this morning with the thing about Oscar? Don't you just go, oh, here he goes again? I know. We've been married 30 plus years.
I know. We've been married longer than all of your wives combined.
Right.
And you know what? And we still make it work. We still make it work.
After all these years.
But
we do.
If we were married, I would so much rather have you watch those videos than to let you out with the flamethrower again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I told Carla about it last night.
About the screen?
About the screen and about my clothing.
You weren't supposed to tell her.
Oh, well, she said she knew. She was worried about me because she was watching me on the patio.
Yeah.
And she said she couldn't believe that I was running the flamethrower. Not the flamethrower. The weed killer. The propane weed killer torch.
It is a flamethrower.
Flamethrower. She was very concerned that I was doing it so close to the wicker furniture. The plastic wicker furniture, not the real wicker furniture.
Why is the chair so wide and low?
It's very strange. So, sorry, everybody. I'm just dealing with a lot of stuff today. So, bear with me. Try to right the ship.
The chair is stuck to the pavers.
Yeah, I was close. I was like a half an inch from
That's fine. You know why?
It didn't burn it.
You're precise, is what you are.
Yeah, I burned my clothes.
Just your shirt and some pant.
We'll take a break and come back with a round table right here. Well, folks, I'm drinking it, and I love it, and I drank it. It's so good, and it's so helpful, and it's proper, and it's functional hydration. That's what's essential. Liquid IV is what I'm talking about.
Looky here, Mike. I got all the sugar-free flavors at my fingertips.
This is lemon lime that I'm enjoying right now.
That's the greatest.
Liquid IV is the #1 powdered hydration brand in America, and rightly so. I dole this stuff out to my buddies on the golf course all the time, and I've gotten very positive reviews from the people that aren't already using it. Their hydration multiplier is the best. You can use it first thing in the morning, before a workout, when you feel run down in the afternoon, after a night on the town with friends, or when you're flying. When you're flying with just one stick, you can hydrate 2 times faster than water alone. Plus, and here's the thing I think that works about Liquid IV. The vitamins and electrolytes that are multiplied 3 times the leading sports drinks makes you feel better, especially when you're in the hottest summer ever in the state of Florida and a lot of other places. Liquid IV comes in 12 delicious, refreshing flavors to keep your hydration routine exciting. You can feel amazing, and you will absolutely love it. Join me and choose Liquid IV for a revitalizing and world-changing hydration experience. Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Grab your Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 20% off. That's a great deal when you go to our website. Go to liquidiv.com and use the code TMOS. It's right there on the website. You going to love it. And I thank you.
Time
Liquid
to release,
IV.
Mike?
Yeah, release the Kraken! All right, hold on. Everything is all messed up. Oh, the Kraken has been released, ladies and gentlemen. Elon Musk wants to make X, a.k.a. Twitter, a subscription-based service, meaning all users would have to pay a fee. A roundtable was held yesterday with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu about AI safety, and Elon Musk was a part of that roundtable. He said moving to a small monthly payment would be a way to fight against the vast armies of bots.
Does he want to kill it?
I don't know. Maybe there's financial trouble afoot at his company.
Well, yeah, but you can't get
That's
blood from a turnip. They're not going to get. No one's going to pay for it.
No one's going to pay for it.
No.
Just like they don't with most social media.
Right.
Elon didn't say when users would start getting charged or how much the fee would be. Besides it being small. So it was an interesting, when you're talking about AI, to bring that up, it just seems a little odd to me.
Sounds to me he's floating it out there to see just how negative it's going to be.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to pay for it.
You never know what's going on in that giant brain of his. Who knows? Now that 4 women have accused Russell Brand, we told you about this yesterday, of sexual assault, people are combing through his past for evidence of his supposed toxicity. Here is one of the most interesting things they found. Russell was married to Katy Perry from 2010 to 2012, and in a 2013 interview, she had this to say, and I quote, "I felt a lot of responsibility for the relationship ending, but then I found out the real truth, which I can't necessarily disclose because I keep it locked in my safe for a rainy day." Kind of cryptic.
Yeah.
I let go. And I was like, this isn't because of me. This is beyond me. So I have moved on from that. Then there's Kristen Bell, who worked with Russell on Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which probably, arguably, would be his biggest movie.
That was the movie that launched him before Arthur killed him.
Kristen Bell revealed back in 2010 that before they even started filming, she warned him not to try anything. She said, quote, "He didn't try to mess with me or get in my pants. He knew I would lop his ants off." So that's Kristen Bell saying that. In 2006, Danny Minogue called Brand, quote, "a bit of a vile predator."
Wow.
Well, if you're a vile predator, I'm not sure why it's a bit, but who knows. A model named Jordan Martin dated Brand for 6 months, and she said in a 2014 book that he sexually assaulted her. And a British comedian named London Hughes says that she signed with the same talent agent as Brand early in his career, and they told her right up front not to sleep with him, quote, under any circumstance.
So there was a book about 10 years ago that already made the accusation, a published book?
Yeah. Very, very interesting how sometimes this stuff stays below the surface.
It is.
Now, in response to all the chaos, Brand has now canceled his remaining stand-up dates, which he noted are, quote, addiction charity fundraisers. His publisher has also paused the publication of his work. So he's,
hot water.
He's in hot water, and it's just, as much as I don't have any argument about the fact of whether this is true or not, I can't tell you whether it is true or whether it's not. It hasn't been adjudicated yet.
Right.
But at the same time, you see how someone, regardless of who they are, and they can be the bad guys or the guys that maybe are unjustly treated.
Sure.
The cancel culture is it's rapid, it's fast, and if there are multiple people out there that do that, he might be done. I think he is done.
That's the thing that always gets me when there are multiple accusations, especially from different corners.
Yeah.
And that book, if that has been in print for 10 years or so, saying that, that says a lot.
Well, it's interesting because as much as I think he probably, there's a lot of guilt going around this, it's still somebody who is being accused, tried, and convicted in the public of court of public opinion.
Yeah,
and it's done. I mean, for now, it's done. Canceling a tour, publisher holding off on publication of stuff. It's there. I'm not crying for Russell Brand. I'm not doing that at all. Make sure you know that. But cancel culture, this is just, I believe it's textbook. Yeah. It's textbook cancel culture, and we're seeing it right before our very eyes. He's just the latest flavor.
Do you think it would help if Ashton Kutcher wrote him a letter?
Well, they're getting canceled for defending the other guy.
I know, Danny Masterson.
Strange world, but he's been adjudicated. So maybe you don't defend the guy that's going to the Hooskow for life. Yeah. It's really Leslie Jones says that Chris Rock had to go to counseling with his adult daughters after Will Smith slapped him at the Oscars. The girls are 21 and 19. Tough age to see that on national TV. She says, quote, "That crap was humiliating. It really affected him. People need to understand his daughters, his parents saw that." Leslie watched the show from home, and she says, quote, "I was so effing mad on so many levels." She was also disappointed that Will didn't include Chris in his apology when he accepted his award for Best Actor. Well, the missteps by Will Smith immediately after the slap and then days after it were terrible.
Yeah.
And there's another guy that really hasn't bounced back from that. Nobody watched the movie, the slavery movie that he was in. Right?
I wouldn't watch. I didn't like him all that much beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had some stuff that stuck out as good, but you know what? He's a jerk.
I think he was, and I think he was caught up in the whole Hollywood thing.
Yeah.
And it's just, I feel bad for Chris Rock because I think regardless of what you think about his personal life, Chris Rock seems to respect the business and people in the business and that kind of stuff.
I love Leslie Jones. I'm pleased that she says that because that adds a little more gravitas to it.
I agree.
The fact that it affected his family, that's saying something. Yeah.
Adult daughters.
Yeah.
If you think you walk around your house, and this is for you specifically, Rob.
Okay.
And you walk around your house and you think this place is never clean.
Yes.
Well, you're not too far away from normal. According to a new report, the average person considers their home to be completely clean, only 11 days out of the year. And that's not even 1 day per month. And it also comes out to just 3% of the time. People spend an average of 6 days per year cleaning and sanitizing their homes. It's unclear if that's 6 actual days or if that's 144 hours, which equates to 6 days. Mm-hmm. But either way, it seems low, right? I would say so.
I think it's probably about right.
I think you're probably right.
I mean, I keep a spotless kitchen. I'm very proud of that. My man cave area, a place for everything and everything in its place.
Right.
But outside of that, it can spin out. Can
easily spin out. Do you have a particular
spin
day where, are there special days where it's all hands on deck? We do that. When,
every Christmas.
Once a year. When it comes to cleaning, the average person has 6 items on their to-do list.
Okay.
The things more likely to be done: vacuuming, rugs and carpets, mopping floors and laundry. The things that are most likely to be overlooked.
I can guess the number one.
Okay.
Dusting.
Dusting is part of the big 3.
Okay, good. Because I hate dusting.
Do you like another one?
Yes, please.
Try another guess?
I would say getting up the blood stains.
Finishing the burial.
And finishing the burial. No,
the other 2 are wiping down countertops.
Yeah.
And now, see, countertops is...
that's an everyday thing for me.
That's a pretty big thing.
I mean, I get the soap and the sponge, I scrub them. And I'm, again, my kitchen. Mwah.
Now, when they say, and the last one is thoroughly cleaning appliances. When they say thoroughly cleaning appliances, does that mean like cleaning the stove? The stovetop? Is that what it is?
I think it would mean cleaning your oven, too, where you have to
Toilet? Is the toilet an appliance?
I use it like an appliance. You got to plug it in.
That's good. I don't want to hear any more. Thank you. And finally, in a new poll, 40% of people say they never go commando, while just 7% of people always go commando. Most people go back and forth.
Well, we have an expert here. Mac?
Only in bed.
Ew. That was my retching sound. Oh, God. I'm sorry. That is just a... I'm going to stop the show right now. Thank you. The people who are more likely to go commando are men under 45. That's Mac.
Yep.
But living out west, they'd say. So the Western folk. Not wearing underwear to sleep is more common. Hey, Mac, how about that?
Look at you.
I'm the common man.
Thank you.
You're the everyman.
I am the
19% of people say they always do that. I don't. You do, still, Rob?
No.
You don't? You wear underwear now?
I wear usually underwear and shorts.
Oh, you do?
And I put down a tarp. And
that's since the illness?
Yes. Things have changed.
11% say they often do. 32% never do. I will, no, not out of the house. Around the house all the time.
Mike, I will say
I'll throw
this.
a pair of shorts on without underwear.
I have never done it.
Really?
Never.
But you slept commando.
Yeah, I've
for a
slept
long
commando.
time.
Yeah, but I mean, like as far as going out, I can't imagine going to work commando.
Another question.
Yes.
I so want this segment to be over. Another
you
question.
You chose it.
I know. I didn't know it would be this uncomfortable. Another question asked if going commando was acceptable, and people were split 50-50. 40% of people say it's always or usually acceptable. 40% it was always or usually unacceptable. 20% were not sure. I think it depends on men and women.
Okay.
Ladies, knock yourselves out. Guys, don't be disgusting. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's it. We have to take a break.
So
when we come back,
speaketh.
we're going to do a little movie talk because with my exuberance for the Equalizer series, I was given a recommendation and I logged my first evening with an iconic film character last night, and we will talk about it with the aforementioned Michael McIntosh when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. What memories do you wish you could relive or pass down with your kids? Are they trapped on VHS tapes or film reels and you aren't sure where to start? Well, we've got the perfect solution, Legacy Box. Legacy Box is the simple and safe solution for digitizing all your family's precious memories. And by going to legacybox.com/TMOS, you can enjoy 40% off when you get started with Legacy Box today. They digitize over 15 different types of analog media, so whether it's VHS tapes, Super 8mm films, or photo negatives, they got you covered. After 10 years in business, Legacy Box is the world's largest digitizer. They've helped over 1 million families relive their wedding days, chaotic childhood Christmases, and even road trips to Jellystone. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS to save 40%. Buy today. Send it in when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS. That's legacybox.com/TMOS. And we thank you, Legacy Box.
Great client.
So a guy I was having lunch with the other day, a friend of mine, and he says to me,
are you going commando?
So you going to commando? I am. And he pulled his shorts aside and showed me his sack.
I'm glad that, you know what? Because what you needed was proof.
It was really exciting. So the thing is, we were talking about, and he brought up the Equalizer franchise. And I was like, oh my God, I love the Equalizer. And then we just were talking movies, and we had a few that were similar. There were some that weren't. And I was just fascinated by the fact that he was talking about this movie. He said, if you like the Equalizer, you've got to, have you ever checked out John Wick? And I realized at that moment that I had never, ever watched the John Wick series. I'd never seen one. And I love Keanu's PR. I love the fact that he's always like, taking a homeless guy out to lunch or something like that. It's very, very cool.
Taking a commando homeless guy out to lunch.
Have you ever logged any time with the John Wick franchise?
No, I never have. I've seen him around, but I think there's, Mac, how many are there?
There are 4.
Okay. And they all, you're the expert, apparently. You've seen them all, Mac?
Yes, I've seen every single one. Actually, out of order. The first one I saw was 3 in theaters.
Does it make a difference if you see them out of order?
Honestly, no. I mean,
my friend would tell no. Say no. You got to watch them chronologically.
It is
He's a really big Turbo fan.
Yeah, I mean, you will miss some stuff, but the main enjoy of this isn't 100% as much as the story. It is the action, and the actions is fantastic,
and the body count.
Oh yeah,
Probably
Yes.
the highest body count of any movie I've ever watched.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. And unlike Denzel, who finds like a corkscrew or a shot glass to dispatch somebody, or just the classic neck break, John Wick is pretty handy with a weapon. He seems to do a lot of his dispatching with a firearm. So that's what we see with that.
Does he carry a firearm, or does he like liberate it from someone else?
He's an assassin,
He will
Rob.
typically, like a common move he will do is he will do a body shot, a headshot, body shot, headshot, out of ammo, throw the gun.
Yes, absolutely.
I hate having a gun thrown at me.
And the body shot, headshot, Mac, you will agree, end of story. For, for the
body
bad
shot
guy.
is to get him down. The headshot is to confirm the kill.
He will also shoot out of a moving car with the skill of a cartoon character. And it is kind of cartoony. The difference between John Wick and The Equalizer is I found The Equalizer violence, although it's still unbelievable, to be more credible than the John Wick violence. What say you to that statement?
100%,
John Wick.
But you don't. But that's the fun of it. You know that one person could actually be doing this, but I want to see him do it.
Well,
are you bothered at all? This is the most animated Mac has been since he's joined the show.
I am, but there's nothing we can do about it.
But it's a really good movie series.
I know. It's
you know what? And here's the most important question. I didn't do cartwheels. I didn't love it, but I watched it till the end, and he was engaging enough where I want to know this. Do 2, 3, and 4 improve, or do they get worse, or are they about the same?
Improve, 100%.
I love it. I mean,
they keep finding new ways, and you'll pardon the term, but the choreography of the fights are amazing.
Yeah,
and he just goes through.
Is it better than West Side Story?
Okay, Rob will never watch John
I knew
Wick.
someone would bring that up.
Well, I mean, when you talk about choreographing fights.
Well, you do watch something contemporary. You watch The Morning Show.
Yes, I was very excited to see it was back.
We go from movies to TV, and that's where we
Television.
disagree. I am not as big a fan of The Morning Show this season as you are. I don't know what it is, but it's lacking a little of its zing.
I don't know. Maybe I am a little tainted, you'll pardon the word, because I was excited to have it back. Because it's been gone a long time.
Well, and they make you wait for some of these shows, and it's true. I'm watching it.
And the characterizations are so good. The stupid co-anchor in the morning.
You know what I love the most?
Yanko, I guess his name is.
Yeah, I love the part where Jennifer Aniston shoots the guy in the chest and then the head.
Then the headshot.
That's very, very exciting.
I like the part when Reese Witherspoon went commando.
Oh, so nice. Ooh.
So nice.
That sounded gross. I'm sorry. I've been apologizing on the show a lot lately. Hey, speaking of air travel, we were talking about Oscar flying back from South America today. Japan is revolutionizing air travel. We'll talk about that when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. We are sponsored by Groove Life.
Yes.
Level up your style game with Groove Life belts. I've made the switch. Let me just take this one off right here.
You're wearing one even
one.
as we speak.
This is my gray with, I think it's called the stone-colored belt buckle that I have here.
I love the color of it. I love the color of the belt.
This is the incredible stretchy fabric that we have, and you can hear the magnetic neodymium.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is in a second. I love the Groove Life belts. I got 5 of them myself. I made the switch. These belts are my constant companions. The Groove Life belt boasts unique webbing for perfect stretch and a revolutionary buckle with powerful neodymium magnets.
That's it. You were very close.
No hassle. Just snap it on effortlessly. It's like this. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Say farewell to bothersome belt flaps with the ingenious Stiff Tech buckle. Trust me, your waist will thank you. Plus, Groove Life backs it all with a whopping 94-year warranty. This makes it the ultimate belt investment. But hold on, there's more. Groove Life offers exceptional wallets and so much more. Elevate your essentials today with Groove Life, a great company, a company we are proud to be associated with. It's time to bring your belt into the 21st century. They are ultra-modern. Head to groovelife.com/TMOS for 20% off all Groove Life products. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use our link, groovelife.com/TMOS. That's groovelife.com/2TMOS for 20% off your order. One last time, groovelife.com/TMOS for 20% off your order. Just click the button on our website. I don't travel by air nearly as much as I used to, but I have
you
to
used
say
to
this.
quite a bit.
Well, and I also was talking to a friend of mine that just came back from an overseas trip, and, he's a guy that's got some means, and he was very, very happy with the little trip he went on. What he wasn't happy with was just the incredible hassle of air travel, especially international air travel, where, it's going into the airport, it's going through the luggage check, it's going through the security check, it's going through the customs check. It just gets to be a bit of a hassle. What are the Japanese doing,
Mike,
Rob?
you crave convenience, don't you?
I love convenience.
You may love this. They are citing not only convenience for the passenger, but also reduced weight on the plane, therefore reducing their carbon footprint. What the Japanese airline, Japan Air, is doing.
JAL.
They're allowing you to rent clothes that will be ready for you when you land, so you don't have to pack clothes.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
If you are going on a vacation,
Yes.
you will have clothes over in Japan waiting for you in your size,
Yes.
and in your brand.
They give you different choices. I'm not sure if the brand you could choose.
I thought you were going to talk about those double-decker seats that they're coming out with. Have you seen those?
Yes, I love those. I think that's so
they
cool.
look interesting. Where they, but I think it's not necessarily adding seats to an airplane.
Right.
It's just the same number of seats that you can actually recline in for large planes. That's pretty cool. But I'm thinking about this, and so far I don't.
So the cheapest
I don't
option,
think it might
Mike,
be that bad an idea.
You could get 3 tops and 2 pairs of bottoms, they say, for $28 or 4,000 yen.
How many days?
For as long as you want, as long as you return them. You can also go more. You can go up to $48, which is 7,000 yen. And then they divide by season. So you can do summer, winter, or spring, fall, clothes, so they know what you're doing. But think of the fact, if you're going to Japan or going from Japan to here, obviously you're going to be there for a few days. You're going to need to bring clothes.
But
How
it's
great
Japan,
would it
so
be?
none of the clothes are going to fit.
Well, they won't fit us.
I'm kidding.
But if all you had to pack was like a razor and a toothbrush and your personal items as a carry-on, and then you get to the airport and you just pick up your outfit, would you do it?
Would they let me have my Groove Life belt?
Mike, I'm not aware of that situation at this time.
No, my point being, Rob, if I'm going over for business, for example, and I need to have an important business meeting with the Japanese businessman, and I want to look my best, I want to make sure it's my stuff. And that ain't going to cut it if you tell me it's a top and a bottom.
I understand.
If I go walking in and I'm wearing like parachute pants and a T-shirt,
and a pirate
that's not
shirt,
going to work. That's not good. Now, if I'm going on a vacation, even with that, don't you want to look nice when you're going out on the town?
I don't have 100% trust in it, but here's what I like.
Okay.
When you subscribe, your clothes are waiting for you at your hotel.
That's pretty cool.
So you just leave the airport,
right?
Go to check into the hotel, and your clothes are waiting for you, and you don't have to bring them back.
Do they do toiletries too?
It doesn't say that they offer any toiletries.
Give
it's just
me
clothes
what
at this
more
point.
detail is there any detail on it at all, or is it just tops and bottoms? And
just
stuff like
tops
that?
and bottoms and the amount of items that you're going to get. But the price seems fairly reasonable. But I also feel that if you were to do this, you'd want to get in on the front end of this promotion, because I bet they reuse the clothes a lot and they probably get wore out.
Yeah, but if you're properly laundering anything, I can, you sleep on bedding that's, been drooled on. So, I mean, what's the, if it's a properly laundered garment without stains on it, I'd be all in. Why not?
Horrible stains.
What I'm worried about is the variety and the quality control. And in order to make this work, you can agree with me or not, I think you need to have a pretty significant number of options for people.
I agree.
If you just got a standard top and bottom, that's different. I would assume, being Japan Airlines, not your fly-by-night airline, you would have a variety of wonderful things. If the top is a kimono, I'm not.
Or what do you bet that they at JL just look and say, Mike O'Mara, American, 2 Hawaiian shirts and some cargo shirts.
American radio personality. Hawaiian shirt, cut off jeans.
Jorts.
That's not going to work for me. I don't think I can handle that.
I think it's an interesting notion because I have known people that when they underpack and they buy clothes when they get to their destination.
Right.
So this eliminates all that.
I think it could work, but if you're going to make anything like this work, my experience with this type of thing, you do have to offer people variety. I mean, this even applies to the curated boxes. We've sold those on the show before.
Of course.
Where it's a clothing thing. And, you know, there was a golf company. I don't know if they're still in business, but there was a company with golf wear. And you go through, and what you do for a decent premium price, you select your type of stuff that you know you like, and then they send it to you, and you can always return it if it's a specific item of clothing you don't want, but it is in that in that group. Like, you'd have to do a profile. Right. You just can't make it one size fits all. If they're trying to do that for $28, I think that's going to fail miserably. Yeah, it'll be better than getting off the plane naked, but it's I just don't think it's going to cut it. Right.
I don't know. I might enjoy that.
I don't know. I think it'd be very, very difficult.
Carrie has one of those curated clothing things, and she insists on certain things, and they ignore her requests always. And she's gotten so fast at turning around the box on that. Because
they'll send a box out, and she sends
like, for
half
example,
of it back.
Well, for example, she'll say, I don't wear cardigans. And then the next box will say, okay, here are 2 cardigans for you to choose from. They totally ignore the thing.
So they're not tracking.
They're not tracking
why
at
they
all.
don't sustain. It's a probably manpower issue too.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, the next day, solidarity, union solidarity. Wanted to mention it again.
There you go.
Go for it, UAW. Hope you win. Hope you get what you want. I don't know. I would have to see the fine print at JAL, but at the top of the O'Mara's hit parade, as far as travel is concerned, from my son and my wife. It's interesting you brought this up because numero uno is going to Japan, not just to Asia, going to Japan, Tokyo, Japan specifically.
Julia went just before the pandemic.
And did she love the experience?
Adored it.
Somebody said it is just so forward thinking when it comes to electronics and as far as conveniences for people. And they're just they're a step ahead of us.
Don't bring your meds.
As far as technology is concerned. Yeah.
Don't bring
leave
your
the meds
meds
at home. Tony, how you doing? How you doing, old Pone Bone? Nice to see you. Hey, we got to take a break, everybody. Yeah, we'll take a break.
Carrie will go to Japan with you. She will go back, yeah.
I need an interpreter. Does she speak?
All the time, just not Japanese.
Thank you. Take a break and come back with the thing, right? Aren't you doing the flip thing?
Yeah, we got to flip it. We got to flip it, yeah.
Flip side coming up, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the Mike and Robb Show. Whoa. Hey. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Derm Glow, that's what I want to tell you about. Oh, my wife is such a wonderful besthetician. She really is. There's a touch of fall in the air. Rolling Stone founder Jan Wenner just had to apologize for making derogatory comments about pumpkins. But even in the fall sun, you can still burn up like a matchstick. Beware, you need Derm Glow. They've got the scoop on Sun Guard. I wore it today, wearing it right now. The most epic sunscreen in town. And that's not all. Derm Glow's got the whole kit for your skin's A-game. Swing by in person or hop on a virtual skin consultation. Trust me, the transformation is unreal. Hit up dermglowskin.com and discover what you've been missing. Lightning fast shipping, global delivery, and afterpay for your ease. Can't make up your mind? Opt for an e-gift card. Ooh, who can forget Jane's curtains? I'm not doing the rower.
Okay, that's good.
Don't wait on your quality estheticianizing. Excelsior.
Hello.
Ooh, thank you. Oh, what a dumb show.
The flip side.
Do you remember the scene in Broadcast News when Albert Brooks says, I say it and it comes out in the box. Yeah. I say it and he says it. That's kind of the way I feel when I write something like Jane's Curtains.
We were this amazing thing. We had this energy.
Talk about air travel, Mike. There is an influencer that was on a plane and she was being removed for, I think, being drunk and disorderly.
Okay.
But she handles it so nicely, and at least she doesn't make it all about her.
nothing wrong. I said shut up. No, you shut the up. You shut the
pause it?
up.
Yeah.
You shut the film me. I'm Instagram famous, you bum.
Oh, wow. You didn't mention that.
No, what, her body?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
she seems rather attractive, eh?
She does, but she
Can
is.
we play it one more time, please?
She's Instagram famous, Mike, so
That's
film
okay.
her. Yeah.
I don't. If you're hot, you get away with that crap.
Call me again. Call me again. Yeah, you did nothing wrong. I said shut up. No, you shut
It is a gray unitard
shut the
for those
up.
people who are listening.
You shut the film me. I'm Instagram famous, you bum. Shut the up.
I'm Instagram famous, you effing bum. So you're on her side?
I'm not on her side. No, she's an. Sorry. Sorry, I'm not on her side. Yeah, but I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see the video twice.
I love that
That's
word.
all. Thank you.
Very effective use. You love Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, I've always been a fan, and I've always thought she kind of got wronged by Ben Affleck. I
Yeah.
always felt that way.
She might actually be a really nice person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is being played for effect or not.
You
But-
don't hear a lot of press on Jennifer Garner.
I think she ducks it. I think she
well,
ducks
but-
the press.
But it seems when you have that level of scrutiny, when you are the darling of the paparazzi, I think she's been kind of a homemaker and a mom. And I know that's the image she likes to cultivate. But I also think that usually if you're somebody who's being the phony, you're going to get the James Corden treatment and you're going to be outed by somebody where you behaved badly. It just can't. You can't keep it in your pants. You really can't. You know?
She was spotted yesterday, I believe in Malibu, and there was a homeless guy in a wheelchair that she saw when she was driving by. And what she did was very cool. She got out and put socks on him and then said this to the paparazzi that had been following her.
What size feet do you have?
What happened?
What size feet do you have?
What do you mean?
What size feet do you have? Can I buy your shoes for him?
Oh, what kind of, what is it?
He needs a shoe.
Yeah, but what kind of shoe? What size?
10 and a half.
Oh, I'm 11. You want me to give it to him? I can give it to him.
Can I,
Don't worry
can I
about
buy a shoe for you?
it. Jennifer. Yeah. Ah, blanket in my car.
You have a blanket?
Yes. You want me to give it to him?
Yeah.
I have a huge blanket in my car.
So she got this homeless guy set up with a blanket,
Yes.
socks, and shoes.
His pants changed?
Okay.
And it's transactional to a certain degree,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's really something where you get the credit for that, and you're aware they're shooting you. You know it's going to go public, but
Yeah,
she
but it
doesn't care.
it doesn't look like a staged thing.
I don't
to
think
me.
it was staged,
No.
and I think she probably used the paparazzi for good. I'm kind of
It's-
okay with that.
yeah, I think it's smart.
More indications that I love Jennifer Garner.
Excellent.
But
Yeah.
I also think that it was. Yeah, I mean, it's still on camera. That
Would
makes
you
me
let her
uncomfortable.
put socks on you?
Oh, would I ever? Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yes, sirree. I wouldn't. I'm not going to say that.
Don't
I'm
say
sorry.
that. What's the
That would
matter with you?
really
That was
be-
a lovely moment we just had.
I'm not going to go out and suffer an injury or anything to be put at
Stolen
chair
valor.
just to get fake it. Just wheel around outside her house, Jennifer.
In her driveway.
Jennifer, and suddenly I turned into the late Alan Arkin, just to be on her sidewalk out in front of her house. Jennifer, can you come out here, please?
My feet are cold.
Help me! I need a blanket. Yeah. I'll settle for a can of tuna. Thank you. You're a wonderful lady. Thank you.
Alan Arkin.
Yeah. Where's
Mike?
the pepper? Yes.
I think one of my least favorite sounds on a movie or a TV show is a vibrating phone. Like when a phone vibrates and someone picks it up.
I'm with you. Can you guess what mine is? It's consistent
What is it?
and a baby crying.
Hate it?
When they overuse a baby screaming,
Yeah,
there's
suppose
nothing
that's
I
right.
hate more. Cannot stand it. But a vibrating phone is horrible.
I hate it,
that too.
but
Right.
what if they turned the ringer on, and what if the ringer sounded like this? What if it was a classical piece? So that's the classic iPhone alarm, right?
Right.
And then you turn it into a full musical piece?
See, Michael, stay with piano lessons, buddy, please. I want you to learn how to play that wonderful instrument, okay? Come on now. I know you're overwhelmed. I love you. Mommy wants you to stay in piano.
You know what? Blow off Spanish. Learn piano. Your
No,
father.
nothing's getting blown off.
No, there'll be no blowing
really,
off.
look, do you ever know when you listen to people talk about, even like a Billy Joel talking about piano lessons?
Yeah.
Are there any kids that like piano lessons? I don't think there are any of them that like them.
No.
You know?
Mm-mm.
No, but I don't know. It's a problem. We'll see what happens.
It's the greatest instrument to know how to play as
It
far
is.
as unless you're like a pro something. Because you know what? You go into houses and there's a piano. If someone sits down and plays piano, I always listen.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, I know. It's very frustrating because it's right now, it's the number one seed as far as complaining in the O'Mara household. So it's a bit of a drag.
Does he let you sing along?
No, he locks the door when he's practicing
I think
piano.
if you were to learn just something simple like Stardust, and you could
Thank
sing
you.
along,
Thanks, Rob. That's good advice. I'll get right to it.
he'd love it.
That
And
is
Mike,
true.
let us close with this.
Mhm.
I think you will like this. When you're a policeman and you want to get escaped people that have tried to elude you, they've broken the rules and they've run away and they've hidden in the trees. You don't have a dog to go chase them. So what would you do as a cop? You pretend that you have a dog
Okay.
by barking at the people. So bring on the fake dogs.
It's our canine.
That's a cop pretending to be a dog.
Female, blonde hair, red pants, black hoodie, black and orange backpack.
Better stop. Over here. Hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
The
You got him to come out?
Two more
Yes,
coming.
the teens said we believed there was a dog.
That's awesome. I love that.
Roar,
That's
roar,
great.
roar,
Creative
roar.
police work.
Yeah.
I love that. See, I should have. How did I miss that when I was looking at my casino videos? Anyway, we got to get out of here. We will be back tomorrow with a brand new episode for Rob Spiewak and
Oscar
Mike
back
McIntosh.
tomorrow.
I was not going to mention that. I was
Why?
not going to mention that because I didn't feel like it. Because
right.
he hasn't talked to me all week.
How about
anyway,
this?
yes.
Nikki Diamond tomorrow.
Very exciting. We'll be back with a brand new episode tomorrow, of course, Oscar. Safe travels. We'll see you tomorrow. For Rob and Mac, this is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Toodaloo. And also ciao ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
With a sexy body and just a knockout 10 figure.
Oh, Christ almighty. It's like I'm sitting here playing cards with my brother's kids or something.
Like I say, he was funny looking. More than most people even.